Flaxen here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, become patrons over on Patreon to support the channel, and follow me over on social media. So, today we are talking about, I guess it's a crack theory, but it's a theory that sounds so totally insane. It's just so crazy, it may be true, okay? And so the theory that we are covering today is that Adrien is actually a senti monster. And because this theory is so complex, I do have some notes with me. In the past, right, Miraculous Ladybug has introduced sort of elements in an episode that can later be seen as foreshadowing towards a big reveal or something in another episode. For example, Chloe resisting the Akuma, in the episode where Sabrina gets akumatized again, is sort of almost a foreshadowing or almost maybe a connection to Miracle Queen, where we know that Chloe does get akumatized again in the season 3 finale, right? And so you sort of see, oh, they introduced this element of Chloe resisting, so why doesn't Chloe resist, in the season 3 finale? As far as we know, that's a synopsis, right? And so I think that that's sort of interesting, that Miraculous introduces those elements and they come back later. Even in this episode, it's like, oh, using a broken Miraculous ends up breaking its wear. The wounds on the Miraculous become your wounds. And then he says, not at that cost, never at that cost again. And it pans over to the picture with Adrien's mom. Like, all of these elements are sort of being presented to us. So when there's a reveal later, or when there's a callback to them in a future episode, we all go like, oh, like, I remember that, if that makes sense, right? They are puzzle pieces that create a bigger picture for us to immediately. Monster is the exact same thing as any of those. It's an element that's being shown to the audience now, so when there's a reveal later, it was always in the back of our minds, and that reveal would be that Adrien is a senti monster, and we can go, oh, and think about this episode, right? Basically, what is happening here is that the show is introducing the Ladybug senti monster in order to foreshadow Adrien being a senti monster later. And from this episode, we know a couple things, right? We know these are facts, right? A human senti monster can be made by the Peacock Miraculous. And Natalie says this will be the most powerful senti monster ever created. And that's her opinion, right? Like, that's necessary. Like, she doesn't really know. She may not exactly know the history of, other Miraculous holders that held the Peacock Miraculous, or even what, Adrien's mom was doing. And so that's possible. The other thing is, she may know about Adrien being a senti monster, but she may think that a superhero senti monster is more powerful than just a human senti monster, which that would be what Adrien is. And so I think that that's sort of interesting. We also know that it looks completely real, and so remember, before Senti Ladybug starts to sort of manipulate Cat Noir is in his right mind, okay? And when he is in his right mind, not when he's being manipulated before that, when he is in his right mind, he doesn't suspect anything is off at all. It looks exactly like her. And we know that it can be given free will, and we see this element as Ladybug gives Senti Ladybug free will by giving her her own object. I think because the show is bringing up all these elements sort of in the same episode, and some of them we've known about before, right? But because it's bringing up all these things in the same episode, I think there's a connection between the Peacock Miraculous, Adrien's mom, and the senti monsters, and there's a bigger connection than we may realize. So now we've covered really what is the foundation for this theory, which is that information in that Ladybug episode that premiered yesterday. So now we can get into the actual theory, and I actually have two versions of this theory. So one version of the theory is less complex, and because of that, there aren't really any plot holes with it, while the second version would be more complex, and I'll take care of the plot holes myself by bringing things up. So basically, for both theories, right, the Amok object, right, like the object that Adrien's mom would have used to create him, could be on her in the basement, right? Like, I think that she has a flower, like she has a rose, she has some sort of pin on her person. It looks like some sort of star, or maybe a flower pin. And so there's just lots of stuff on her in the basement that could be the object. So here's theory number one, okay? Adrien died, the real Adrien. And because of that, Emily and Gabriel, they're basically, searching for the Miraculouses in order to bring Adrien back, because they've sort of heard the rumors of the Miraculous that can make a wish, if that makes sense, or read up on it, ancient history, all that stuff, right? Gabriel has all these books for a reason, I think. You know what I mean? And so instead of getting the ones that make the wish come true, she got a hold of the Peacock Miraculous and was like, this'll do. do. We'll just make a fake Adrian, you know? And so that's why a year before the show starts, Adrian's mom goes missing, and that's why Adrian is sort of also allowed to, you know, go out and go to school. The Senti monster Adrian was created in order to replace the real Adrian that tragically died in some sort of accident or had some sort of disease or something. And this is why Chloe has childhood memories with Adrian, that they've been friends since childhood, because there was at one point a real biological Adrian that was a baby, a toddler, a child, a teenager, etc. And that's the one that Chloe remembers hanging out with. But he has been replaced by the Senti monster as soon as he hit the teenage years and was allowed to start going to school. Now, this is gonna be important for both versions of this theory. Remember how, like, Marinette doesn't know how to capture the Akuma when all this starts, and it just sort of flies around and, like, waits, you know, for, I think it was Simon. Yeah, Simon got akumatized into the rock. Like, it waits for him to, like, get angry again and go back without Gabriel having to be in the Hawkmoth suit 24/7, like, waiting around. So basically, it could be possible that the Amok works the same way, where if you make one, unless it's captured by Ladybug, it just continues to exist, even if the, you know, Peacock Miraculous Holder or Butterfly Miraculous Holder de-transforms. And so that's why Adrian would still exist even after his mom de-transformed and continue to exist until the object was broken. And obviously the object never was broken, right? And so he has just sort of continued to exist, you know, since whenever, almost like an AI. Like, he doesn't need to have the object himself, like Ladybug giving Senti Ladybug the object, maybe because Emily sort of gave him instructions before he went into a coma, like, hey, these are your memories, be free, be yourself, this is how you were, so you should act like this, don't remember that you're a Senti monster. And so he's following all these orders sort of indefinitely, right? And so she kind of gave him Adrian's memories and, like, caught him up on how he was, how he would act, and now Adrian doesn't even know any difference. Like, he just doesn't know that he's a Senti monster because Emily gave him all these, like, instructions, right? And that could also be why, I guess, like, Adrian's pretty complicit. Like, I suppose, like, you know, especially at the beginning of season 1, when, you know, like, when it comes to his, like, his dad and, like, what everyone else tells him to do, like, I think that it is because he has been Cat Noir that he sort of gets this development into, you know, I'm gonna do what I want to do sometimes, like, you know, when it's appropriate to. He doesn't, like, become like a totally uncontrolled rebel, but he still becomes rebellious, and that could also sort of be because of the Cat Noir Miraculous, but it could also just be, like, as he has continued to develop, he's become a stronger artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? He's gotten more sort of autonomy, if that makes sense, and he's not as easily, I guess, controlled, like, by the people around him anymore. And so I think that the Adrian, like, the real Adrian being replaced theory is basically without any complications, because nobody would notice if he was just replaced with a Senti monster, right? The only thing is, I could see people bringing up, like, why don't Plag or, like, Tiki or whoever, like, realize something is, like, wrong with Adrian? But this situation is probably unprecedented. This has probably never happened before, and Plag probably can't tell that anything is wrong, right? Because, like, remember, Hawkmoth and Mayura are operating under the same roof, and Plag can't seem to sense their activities or their quamies or anything. Like, he can't seem to, you know, figure all that stuff out, if that makes sense. Like, he just doesn't know. Or else it would be like, Adrian, maybe you should go, like, check on what your dad's doing, right? You know what I mean? And obviously, like, you know, Plag just sort of gurgles when he says Marinette, because he's not allowed to say it, but at the same time, if he knew that Gabriel was Hawkmoth, I'm sure he could just, you know, point Adrian into a direction, right? And Plag does meddle a bit with the Marinette and Ladybug stuff, because he can't say it outright. He does meddle a little bit, so I'm sure, like, if Plag's basically useless is what I'm trying to say. Plag doesn't know, okay? There's no way for him to detect it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, Plag. So now that we've covered theory number 1, let's talk about theory number 2. But first, I do want to go over, like, evidence that could sort of contribute to both theories. So the one I just told you, and then the one I'm gonna tell you, right? And so Hawkmoth says, getting sentimental on a Senti monster. That's definitely a sentence, right? And he, like, scoffs at Cat Noir. when he's like sort of outraged, I guess, that Senti Ladybug has died. And this could be foreshadowing in a sense. It could be possible that that line really just revealed Gabriel's true feelings about Adrien, who is a Senti monster. And the reason why Gabriel seems to be cold against Adrien, or, you know, doesn't really seem to, not that he doesn't care, but like sits across Adrien from the table and all that stuff. He knows Adrien is just a puppet and there's no point in getting sentimental over a Senti monster. At the same time though, like father, like son, because Gabriel has his moments in other episodes where he does have a tense emotion for Adrien. He doesn't want him to be hurt, he wants to protect him, maybe despite knowing that Adrien isn't real. So even Gabriel can have irrational emotions connected to something that's not real. It could also be possible that he's just sort of taking care of Adrien because it was the last thing that his wife did before going into a coma. And it's possible that Gabriel like resents Adrien for making him lose his wife, who was actually real. He'd rather have his wife back. And so there's a lot of interesting, complicated things going on. And regardless of the meaning, I do think that this line is super important, the getting sentimental over a Senti monster line. The other thing is, like, Adrien's allergic to feathers, which I think's hilarious if he's actually a Senti monster. Like, I don't know. I just think that that's funny. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is the second version of the theory. And so this would go back to like years ago. So instead of the real Adrien dying and being replaced by a Senti monster, the more complex theory is that Adrien has been a Senti monster this whole time. Like Gabriel and Emily, they wanted to have a child so bad, but for some reason they couldn't. And, you know, it seems like they have all this research about the Miraculouses and that has been collected. So I feel like their initial plan was to make a wish, right, with the Cat Noir and Ladybug Miraculouses. But along the way, they found the Peacock Miraculous and they were like, that's easier. We'll just take that one, you know, not knowing it would have deadly effects, right? And so you guys may already see the holes, right? Like, first of all, Chloe has childhood memories of Adrien, so he couldn't have just popped out a teenager. And I would say that this version of the theory could be possible despite that, because I think it could be possible that Emily made a baby, toddler, child, and teenager versions of Adrien, like almost like in The Sims, how you have the different life states, like it's an infant, then it just grows into a toddler, like they don't really like age, right? Like the Miraculous has been broken all this time, right? And a baby and a toddler wouldn't be super complex Senti monsters, if that makes sense. Because, you know, Natalie has made other Senti monsters and she hasn't just outright died, right? Because they haven't been complicated. Like, she's getting sick, but she's not, like, dying, right? And so toddlers and, like, babies and stuff like that, they aren't really super complex humans. And so they wouldn't have to be super complex Senti monsters. So Emily could have started to get sick by then, but, you know, it just wasn't enough to comatose her. She could have started to get sick by then, but, you know, it was just, she's just a little sick. It's okay, because the monsters weren't super powerful. But making a child Adrien and a teenager Adrien is what really started to take a toll on her health, because those Senti monsters are complex. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with this. Like, since Adrien has sort of been overprotected all his life and not necessarily let outside a lot, I don't think people would be like, like Adrien's like 6 years old, but he looks the same as when he was 5, you know what I mean? I don't think people would have suspected, oh, he's aging strangely or improperly, you know what I mean? Because if it was just like, oh, yesterday Adrien was a child, today he's a teenager, that's a little weird. But if you don't see someone for a long time and they suddenly seem like they grew up, that doesn't seem like as much of a problem. And I think this also explains a lot about Adrien, whatever theory you want to pick, right? His skill is almost inhuman, and I know that there are real people like that, but when you think about it, Adrien has multiple proficiencies, right? Like, he has the fencing, he has Chinese, he's good at school, he's like gifted in some way, and I know real gifted people exist, right? But it would make a lot more sense if he was basically a magical AI, and that is why he is so gifted and so perfect, right? So I think that that's interesting. And it could also be why, like, everyone likes Adrien. No one has an issue with Adrien. Like, I don't know, it's just that maybe he's just, I don't know, he's just such a perfect replica, or like just a Senti monster. Like, he's just such a perfect person because he's not a real person. And so that's a little scary. Anyway, over a year ago, all right, in 2018, April 2018, okay? That was a long time ago. I made this theory and it was called How Hawkmoth Will Make Adrian Disappear, right? And so basically my theory is that by getting the Miraculouses and wishing for Emily to not be sick or to return, Adrian would have to disappear. And I said this initially because of Master Fu's like, hey, the universe has to be in balance, right? Like in order to be, it's sort of like, I don't know if you guys would have watched Full Metal Alchemist, okay, but you know, equivalent exchange sort of thing. Like, you know, they giveth and they taken away. It has to be two things. One of the objects you get has to be the same as the amount of the object that you put in. Does that make sense? And so initially I thought, okay, well the universe has to maintain order. If Emily isn't sick anymore, Adrian would need to disappear to keep the universe in check and like have us not have some like strange things going on. But now I feel like that theory that I made all the way in 2018 is even stronger, because in order for Emily's sickness to go away, Gabriel's wish would have to make Adrian disappear, because if her sickness was caused by making a complex senti monster, which is Adrian, Adrian would have to vanish, right? And so maybe the end to Miraculous Ladybug is that Gabriel will realize, and this is very similar to my old theory, but now obviously with some things added, he'll realize he can't bring himself to get rid of his son just to get Emily back, right? And this is like even more of an impact, even though his son isn't even real, right? He can't bring himself to wish for Emily because he knows that he'll lose Adrian. And even if Adrian's not real, he still loves Adrian and wants to keep Adrian. And I guess in the end, that means that Gabriel may be sentimental over a senti monster. So what do you guys think? Is this theory real? Am I crazy? Have I finally lost it? I am gonna try to make more Miraculous Ladybug theories just because I think that you guys will enjoy them and all of that stuff. So make sure to comment your thoughts down below and I will see you guys later. Remember to subscribe. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon who support the channel. Their names will scroll through now.